Hey, warrior. Yeah, you. The one who is tired of feeling stuck. You've been trying to fix your life. You read the books. You watch the videos. You set the goals. You promise yourself, this time, I'll change. And for a few days, maybe you do. Then life hits again. Stress returns. Old habits wake up, and that same heavy weight sits on your chest. Now listen closely. Picture two people. Same problem, same pressure, same bad news. One person collapses. They lose their job, and they spiral. They blame the economy. They curse their boss. They drown in self-pity. Another person loses that same job, and they sharpen. They wake up earlier. They learn a new skill. They rebuild from the ashes. Same event. Two completely different lives. Why? The answer is simple and brutal. Life does not break you. Your mindset does. Your interpretation does. Your reaction does. That is why Stoicism matters right now. Because the modern world is loud and chaotic. It sells distraction. It rewards weakness. It trains people to react instead of respond. Stoicism reminds you of one hard truth. You are in control. Not your feelings, not your past, not society, not the noise. So if you want to fix your life, do not start with your job. Do not start with your ex. Do not start with your bank account. Start with your mind. Fix your mind, and your life will follow. And I'll be honest with you. What you're about to hear is not soft advice. No comfort fantasy, no excuses. Just 10 Stoic rules that confront you and reshape you if you're willing to act on them. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. Translated into plain modern language, so you can actually use them. No philosophy degree. Just honesty, courage, and real action. So before we begin, if you're ready to stop blaming the world and start rebuilding yourself, comment this affirmation. I will not live at the mercy of my emotions. And if you want more Stoic life strategies like this, subscribe to Stoic Ocean. We don't do hype here. We do discipline. Now take a breath, and let's begin. Rule 1. Stop negotiating with your weakness. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his own way that your life is built action by action. Small choices, small moments, repeated, and no one can stop you from doing that work except you. Here is the mistake most people make when they try to change. They negotiate with weakness. They sit down with it like it is a friend, like it deserves a vote. They tell themselves, just one more hour. I'll start tomorrow. One last message. One more snack. Just this weekend. And every time you negotiate, weakness wins. Not once, not twice. Over and over, until it becomes your identity. Because what you repeat becomes what you are. The strongest version of you is not hidden. It is not a mystery. It is right there, waiting, but it is being suffocated by comfort, by excuses, by emotional indulgence. Let me be direct. You cannot build a strong life while you keep feeding the part of you that wants it easy. Every time your alarm rings, there is a moment, a fork in the road. Warrior or victim? Do you rise, or do you hit snooze because you feel tired? When anxiety rises, do you sit with it and grow stronger? Or do you numb it with scrolling, with food, with cheap comfort? When you are tempted to return to bad habits, do you hold the line? Or do you whisper, just one more time? The Stoics trained for adversity on purpose. Not because they loved pain, but because they understood a key principle. Every hardship resisted is a victory for the soul. Every temptation defeated is proof of your freedom. And you need to hear this. Weakness does not need one big defeat. It needs to be starved daily. Because weakness is not one huge monster. It is 1,000 tiny deals, tiny compromises, tiny betrayals of your future. You tell yourself it's only 15 minutes. And that becomes 5 years. You tell yourself it's just this habit. and that becomes your whole lifestyle. Here is a modern example. You say you want peace, but you keep texting the person who drains you. You say you want health, but you keep bargaining with your cravings. You say you want success, but you keep taking breaks from the work that matters most. And then you wonder why nothing changes. Nothing changes because you keep choosing comfort over character. So let's make this practical. Stoic practice for Rule 1. Pick one weakness today, just one. Name it clearly. No drama, no story, just truth. And set one rule. No debate. When the moment comes, you do not negotiate. You do not explain. You do not feel it out. You act. You shut it down. You choose strength over comfort. That is how warriors are built, action by action. Even if you feel behind, even if you failed before, your past does not control you. Your next decision does. Repeat this quietly. No more deals with weakness. I choose strength. And when you live that, the healing begins. Because Rule 1 is not about being harsh. It is about being free. Now we move to Rule 2. Because even disciplined people lose battles when they cannot control their reactions. Rule 2. Control your reactions or be controlled by them. Epictetus said it simply, "It is not things that disturb us, but our opinions about those things." Two people hear the same insult. One laughs, shrugs, keeps walking. The other carries it like a knife in their chest for weeks. Same words, different reality. Because it is never the event itself, it is the meaning you assign to it. Traffic is traffic. A breakup is a breakup. A rude co-worker is rude. But your reaction turns a moment into a prison. Most people live like emotional slaves. Their peace is hijacked by tiny things. A look, a comment, a notification. They hand over control to strangers, to online opinions, to moods they never learn to manage. And the worst part? They become predictable. If someone knows your triggers, they can control you. Pull the right string and you explode. You panic, you freeze, you spiral. Do you want that? Marcus Aurelius reminded himself. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So how do you build that strength? Not with theory, with a method. Here are 3 steps. Step 1. Slow the reaction down. The moment you feel triggered, pause, breathe, create space. You are not suppressing emotion. You are leading it. Ask yourself, what do I control here? If the answer is, nothing outside of me, then the battlefield is internal. Step 2. Separate facts from stories. Facts sound simple. She said something rude. He did not text back. The meeting went poorly. Stories sound dramatic. I'm not respected. I'm not enough. I always fail. That is not reality. That is a narrative you created in pain. Train your mind to see clearly, without emotional fog. Step 3. Reclaim your peace. Peace is not passivity. Peace is control. Peace is choosing not to be shaken by every wave. Respond with calm power, not panic. Because your response is always your responsibility, even when life feels unfair. Let's make it modern. Someone leaves a rude comment. Your first impulse? Defend yourself, explain yourself, fight for respect. But a Stoic asks, what is actually happening? A stranger typed words. That is all. If I explode, I gave them power. If I stay centered, I keep my power. Another example. You get bad news at work. Your body wants to panic. Your mind wants to catastrophize. But you pause and say, what is the next right step? Not the next emotional step, the next right step. That is Stoicism in real life. Here is the practice. Stoic practice for Rule 2. When you feel triggered today, do this once. Just once. Name the emotion, anger, fear, shame, jealousy. Then add this sentence. This is a feeling, it is not a command. And then choose one response you will respect tomorrow. Because every time you do not react, you prove something. You are not your feelings. You are the one who holds the reins. Repeat this quietly. My peace is mine. I will not hand it over. Now, Rule 3. Because once you can control your reactions, you still need the discipline to do the hard things when you do not feel ready. Rule 3. Do the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. Epictetus gave a rule that hurts your pride. If you want to improve, be content to be seen as foolish, as unimportant, as awkward at first, because growth requires discomfort, and discomfort requires humility. Let's be honest. Most people know what they should do. Wake up earlier, move your body, stop wasting time, cut toxic people, learn something valuable, show up consistently. They know it, they just don't do it. Why? Because it is hard, because it is uncomfortable, because feelings scream louder than discipline. The ancient Stoics did not wait to feel ready. They trained their minds to expect resistance. They treated discomfort like a forge. The fire does not destroy you. The fire shapes you. Here is the difference between weak and strong. The weak wait for motivation. The strong rely on discipline. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes. Discipline is a decision. It shows up even on bad days, and every single time you choose the hard thing, especially when you do not feel like it, you build mental armor. You teach your mind, I don't need perfect feelings to act with power. You go to the gym when you are tired. Victory. You study when you are bored. Victory. You have the conversation you want to avoid. Victory. You walk away from the comfort trap. Victory. Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Think about that. How many times have you lost a battle in your head before the fight even began? You assume it will be hard. You assume you will fail. You assume people will judge you. And you quit without even trying. That is not wisdom. That is fear disguised as logic. If you want to fix your life, you must stop fearing discomfort. Start respecting it, because the things you avoid today become the regrets you carry tomorrow. Here is the hard truth. You will never feel fully ready. There will always be a reason to delay. But the cost of waiting is your life. Years you do not get back. So what do? You do the work anyway. Even if your mind resists, even if it feels unfair, even if no one claps. You do not need applause. You need self-respect, and the path to self-respect is doing what must be done. When your body wants to quit, when your emotions complain, when your thoughts start doubting, that is the moment strength is born. Stoic practice for Rule 3. Choose one hard task today. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Do it fully. No checking your phone, no negotiating with your feelings. Just 10 minutes of pure effort. Prove to yourself that action can lead and feelings can follow. Because once you learn to do hard things without waiting to feel ready, you become someone life cannot easily break. Remember this choice: the pain of discipline now or the pain of regret later. Either way, you will suffer. Only one path builds a life you admire. So do not chase shortcuts. Do not expect easy. Real change is lonely. Real change is painful, and it is worth it. Here is your practice. Stoic practice for Rule 3. Pick one hard task today. Set a timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes only. No negotiation, no overthinking. Just start. Most of the time, starting is the battle. And once you start, you realize your fear was louder than reality. Repeat this. I do hard things, even when I don't feel like it. Now we move forward, because if you can do hard things, you still need one more weapon: focus. And that is Rule 4. Rule 4. Cut the noise and master your focus. Seneca said it plainly. If you are everywhere, you are nowhere. Now look at your life. Notifications, messages, headlines, opinions, drama, ads, endless noise. You are being pulled in 100 directions, and then you wonder why you feel anxious, why you feel scattered, why you feel weak. Here is the brutal truth. You cannot fix your life if your mind is scattered, because your attention is your life. Where your attention goes, your energy goes, your time goes, your potential goes. Marcus Aurelius wrote something like this: concentrate every minute on what is in front of you with precise seriousness. He did not say multitask. He did not say scroll for inspiration. He said focus, deep attention, deliberate attention. Now ask yourself, how often are you fully present? When you eat, are you eating or are you scrolling? When you talk to someone, are you listening or checking your phone? When you work, are you building or just consuming? Most people do not lose their dreams to dramatic failure. They lose them to distraction. Slowly, quietly, one stolen hour at a time. And here is the part no one wants to admit. Most people are not addicted to laziness. They are addicted to noise. They cannot sit in silence. They cannot be alone with their thoughts. So they keep the noise on, because silence forces honesty. Silence forces you to face what you have avoided. And if that is you, this is not judgment. It is a warning. A distracted mind creates a wasted life. So how do you fix it? 3 steps. Step 1. Cut digital noise. Turn off notifications that do not serve you. Remove the apps that steal your mornings. Set strict windows for social media. Use your phone as a tool, not a leash. Step 2. Create sacred focused time. Even 60 minutes every day. No multitasking. No switching tabs. No background chaos. Just you and your most important work. This is where clarity grows. This is where confidence grows. Because confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. Step 3. Train attention like a muscle. Be fully present in simple things. Walking, reading, writing, breathing. When your mind drifts, bring it back. No anger, no shame, just training. Because the world will always fight for your attention. But you decide what deserves it. A Stoic does not chase everything. A Stoic chooses deliberately. Because a focused person is a dangerous person. They can build, they can improve, they can lead, they can change their life without making noise. Let me make this practical. If you feel stuck, do not ask, "What is my purpose?" Ask this instead, "Where is my attention going?" Because your attention is a mirror. It shows what you worship. If your attention lives inside gossip, your life becomes shallow. If your attention lives inside discipline, your life becomes strong. Stoic practice for Rule 4. Pick 1 hour tomorrow. 1 hour only. And make it clean. No phone, no notifications, no music with lyrics. One task, one purpose. And at the end, notice the feeling. Not excitement, not dopamine, clarity. That clarity is power. Repeat this. I control my focus. My attention builds my future. Now we go to Rule 5. Because even a focused mind can be destroyed by one addiction, approval. Rule 5. Stop seeking approval. Marcus Aurelius pointed out a painful paradox. We love ourselves more than anyone else, yet we care more about their opinions than our own. Read that again. We will betray ourselves for a stranger's approval. We will silence our truth to keep the peace. We will shrink our dreams to stay accepted. And then we call it being realistic. No, it is fear. Here is what Stoicism forces you to face. The world does not care about your potential, and you do not need its approval anyway. In fact, the more you improve, the more resistance you will feel. Not always from enemies, sometimes from family, sometimes from friends, sometimes from people who claim to love you. Why? Because your growth exposes their comfort. Your discipline highlights their excuses. Your boundaries make them feel guilty. So they do what insecure people do. They mock, They doubt. They minimize your effort. They pull you back into your old identity, the version of you they can understand, the version of you they can control. But a Stoic does not live to please others. A Stoic lives according to virtue, according to truth, not popularity. Epictetus taught, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish. That means you must accept being misunderstood. You must accept being judged. You must accept standing alone sometimes. Because average people fear the lonely road. They fear standing apart, and greatness has always required the courage to be different. Let me be brutally honest. No one is coming to save you. No one is obligated to believe in you. No one can give you permission to become who you are meant to be. Only you can do that. The moment you stop needing approval, you become powerful. Because you stop waiting. You stop begging. You stop explaining. You start building. You start evolving. So what if they do not get it? So what if they laugh? So what if they call you obsessed? Let them. You are not here to be understood by small minds. You are here to become unshakable. Stoic practice for Rule 5. Do one hard thing in private. No announcement, no posting, no proving. Just a quiet win. Go for the walk, read the pages, write the plan, lift the weight, then write one line. I keep promises to myself. That is real confidence. Repeat this. I do not need permission to grow. Now we move to Rule 6, because once you stop seeking approval, you can finally stop talking so much and start mastering. Rule 6. Silence is power. Speak less, master more. Epictetus gave this rule. Let silence be your default, or say only what is necessary in few words. We live in a world where everyone wants to be heard, but few people want to listen. Everyone wants to look wise. Few people want to become wise. So the result is obvious. Endless noise, empty opinions, shallow lives. The Stoics understood something deeper. Silence is not weakness. Silence is mastery. Because the person who speaks less listens more, learns faster, responds instead of reacts, holds power instead of leaking energy. If you want to fix your mind, learn to control your tongue. Not everything needs your response. Not everyone deserves an explanation. Not every thought should be spoken. In fact, the more you talk, the more you reveal your fears, your insecurity, your plans, your weaknesses. But when you stay calm and you stay quiet, people cannot read you easily, and that is power. Marcus Aurelius wrote something that fits here. The more you value what you cannot control, the less control you truly have. And one of the first things you must control is your mouth, because here is the trap. When you keep talking, justifying, defending, proving, you are reacting to the world. You are not creating your life. You are performing. You are begging to be understood. And that is not strength. Let other people chase attention. Let them chase validation. You stay quiet. You stay focused. You move with purpose. Silence does not mean passivity. It means calculated presence. It means saying less, but meaning more. It means letting your actions speak louder than your words ever could. Silence protects your energy. It protects your dignity. It protects your strategy. It keeps you out of pointless battles. And it keeps you centered when other people are chaotic. Here's a modern example. Someone misunderstands you. Your ego wants to explain. It wants to correct them. It wants to prove your intentions. But a Stoic asks, do I need to be understood, or do I need to be effective? Sometimes the strongest move is to let them think what they want and keep building, because your results will speak for you. Now, a quick reminder before we continue. If this is hitting you and you want more videos like this, subscribe to Stoic Ocean and tell me in the comments which rules so far hit you the hardest. I read those comments and they help this channel grow. Now back to the work. 3 steps to master silence. Step 1. Stop responding immediately. Not every message needs instant reply. Let people wait. Let your nervous system stay calm. Step 2. Get comfortable being misunderstood. You do not have to clear your name. Build your name. Step 3. Focus on becoming, not performing. While others try to look powerful, you become powerful. And the more you master silence, the more you control your life. Because you stop wasting energy on drama, on arguments, on proving. You conserve energy for building, for training, for creation. Repeat this. My silence is strength. My actions speak louder. Now we go to Rule 7. Because silence is powerful, but it must be matched with something even rarer. Ownership. Rule 7. Own your mistakes without shame or excuses. Seneca gave us this image. A gem cannot be polished without friction, and a person cannot be refined without trials. Everyone messes up. Everyone falls short. Everyone has regrets. The difference is not who made mistakes. The difference is this. Do you face your mistakes like a warrior, or do you run like a coward? Most people run. They blame other people. They blame their childhood. They blame their partner. They blame the economy. They blame bad luck. And when blame runs out, they use distraction. They stay busy. They stay entertained. They stay numb. They cover the truth with fake positivity, but Stoicism teaches the opposite. Face reality fully. Face it brutally. Because you cannot heal what you refuse to admit. If you wasted years in a toxic relationship, own it. Not with self-hate, with clarity. If you betrayed your standards, own it. If you lied, cheated, procrastinated, or self-sabotaged, own it. Not with shame. Shame keeps you stuck. Ownership sets you free. Let me explain the difference. Shame says, I am bad. Ownership says, I did wrong and I can do better. Shame makes you hide. Ownership makes you act. Shame makes you defensive. Ownership makes you honest. And honesty is power, because a person who can say, I was wrong, is a person who can grow. But a person who always says, it wasn't my fault, never changes. They stay trapped inside their excuses. Here is a modern example. You missed an opportunity because you were distracted. The easy path is to say, I had too much going on. The Stoic path is to say, I did not protect my focus. Then you correct it. Another example, you hurt someone you love. The weak path is to justify, you made me do it. The Stoic path is simple. I did that. It was wrong. I will repair it. No drama, no self-pity, no performance, just responsibility. Here is the hard truth. You cannot fix your life if you keep rewriting your past just to make yourself feel better. You cannot become strong while you keep lying to your own face. So stand in the fire of your own truth. Look in the mirror and tell the truth without collapsing. Because collapse is not humility. Collapse is avoidance. The Stoic is humble, but not helpless. The Stoic says, yes, I failed. Yes, I chose poorly. Yes, I wasted time. And then they add, now I rise. Now I rebuild. Now I do better. Stoic practice for Rule 7. Tonight, write down 3 sentences. Keep them short. No storytelling. Sentence 1, here is what I did. Sentence 2, here is what it cost me. Sentence 3, here is what I will do next. Then take 1 repair action, 1 phone call, 1 apology, 1 boundary, 1 payment, 1 honest conversation, small action, real ownership. Repeat this. I own my past and I rise with purpose. Now Rule 8. Because ownership is painful and pain is the teacher. Rule 8. Discomfort is your teacher. Stop running. Epictetus gave a rule that sounds impossible until you understand it. Do not demand events turn out how you want. Welcome events as they happen. That is the path to peace. Now listen. Discomfort is not your enemy. Discomfort is information, training, and a test. It reveals your character. But what do most people do the moment discomfort appears? They run, they distract, they numb themselves, they turn on noise, they scroll, they snack, they chase attention, they chase validation, anything as long as they do not feel. They feel sad, so they binge content. They feel uncertain, so they overthink. They feel lonely, so they text the wrong person. They feel pressure, so they quit early. But here is the truth. Growth lives on the other side of discomfort. You cannot build muscle without tension. You cannot build confidence without facing fear. You cannot build a strong mind without hardship. The Stoics did not seek an easy life. They sought strength, because strength is what carries you through a chaotic world. Here is a perspective shift. When discomfort appears, do not ask, "How do I escape this?" Ask, "What is this teaching me? What strength is this building?" Because heartbreak is not always punishment. Sometimes it is preparation. Rejection is not always a sign to stop. Sometimes it is a test of seriousness. Delay is not always bad luck. Sometimes it is time, forcing patience into you. Seneca warned us about imaginary suffering, and Marcus Aurelius gave a brutal line: "If it is endurable, then endure it." Stop complaining. That is not cold. That is clarity. Because complaining does not heal. It trains weakness. It deepens the victim story. Endurance trains strength. Endurance makes you feel like a builder. Here is a modern example. You start a new habit. Day 3 feels boring. Your mind says, "This is not working." That boredom is not proof you should quit. That boredom is the gatekeeper. It is testing if you are serious or if you are addicted to excitement. Another example. You decide to be alone for a season. The loneliness shows up like a heavy fog. The weak move is to escape into people, into hookups, into constant talking. The Stoic move is to sit and ask, "What am I avoiding inside myself?" Because solitude reveals truth, and truth builds strength. Stoic practice for rule. 8. Today, for 2 minutes, sit in silence. No phone, no music, no escape. When discomfort rises, do not fight it. Name it. Breathe through it. And remind yourself, this is training, this is not danger. Then do one thing you have been avoiding. One email, one workout, one difficult step. Small courage. Daily. Repeat this. Discomfort is my teacher. I no longer run. Now rule 9. Because once you stop running, you need a structure that keeps you moving, even when motivation disappears. Rule 9. Discipline is greater than motivation. Build it daily. Epictetus said it clean. No person is free who is not master of themselves. So let me ask you a hard question. Are you truly free, or are you emotionally driven? Most people think freedom means, "I do what I want." But that is not freedom. That is impulse. Real freedom is this: I do what I must, even when I do not feel like it. That is discipline, and discipline separates the dreamers from the doers. Motivation is a mood, a high, and like every high, it fades. Discipline is a system. Discipline shows up on good days and bad days. Discipline gets you out of bed when motivation whispers, "Sleep in." Discipline makes you train when nobody is watching. Discipline makes you study when nobody is clapping. The Stoics trained their minds to ignore emotions when emotions were useless. They built routines based on values, not feelings. Marcus Aurelius was an emperor. He dealt with war, plague, betrayal, loss. He did not wait for perfect energy. He did not wait for perfect mood. He showed up anyway. Why? Because duty is greater than feelings. That is a Stoic rule, and it is life-changing. If you want to fix yourself, stop chasing motivation hacks. Stop looking for a trick. Build daily discipline. Start simple. Wake up at the same time. Move your body, control your diet, learn something daily, protect your focus, reflect at night. It is boring, it is repetitive, it is not sexy, and it works. Because character is built in boring moments. Character is built when nobody sees you. Let me make it practical. Most people fail because their standards are too dramatic. They think it must be perfect, or it does not count. So one bad day becomes a full collapse. But discipline is not perfection. Discipline is consistency. So build a minimum standard, not a fantasy, a minimum. Even on your worst day, you do the minimum. That keeps identity intact. That keeps momentum alive. Stoic practice for Rule 9. Write your minimum standard day, 3 to 5 items. Simple, non-negotiable. Example, drink water. Move for 20 minutes. Read 10 pages. Work 1 focused hour. Sleep on time. When motivation is gone, do the list. Not because you feel like it, but because you are the kind of person who shows up. Repeat this. I do not rely on inspiration. I rely on discipline. Now the final rule. Because discipline means nothing if your actions do not match your values. Rule 10. Stop living in your head. Live in alignment with your actions. Marcus Aurelius gave us one of the clearest commands. Waste no more time arguing what a good person should be. Be one. It is easy to think. It is easy to imagine. It is easy to talk. It is easy to post quotes. It is easy to dream of being wiser, stronger, more disciplined. But none of that changes your life. Action changes your life, not random activity, aligned action, purposeful action. The Stoics believed philosophy was not something to admire, it was something to live. In private, when nobody is watching. That is alignment. Most people live 2 lives. The life in their mind, full of goals and clarity, and the life in reality, full of contradiction. They say they want peace, but they gossip. They say they value time, but they waste it. They say they want growth, but they procrastinate. They say they want stoicism, but they react to everything. Here is the brutal truth. It does not matter what you know. It matters what you do. All the quotes, all the motivation, all the wisdom mean nothing if your daily actions contradict it. So stop performing. Stop pretending. Stop talking. Start embodying. If you say you value discipline, train your emotions daily. If you say you value time, stop wasting it. If you say you are focused, prove it with your choices. Do not chase perfection. Chase alignment. Because when your values and actions match, you feel whole. That is where peace lives. That is where self-respect grows. And here is a powerful question. Anytime you feel confused, anytime you feel tempted, ask yourself this. What would the strongest version of me do in this moment? Then do that. Even if it is uncomfortable, even if it is boring, even if nobody applauds you, let your life speak louder than your mouth. Let consistency replace your need for applause. Let quiet alignment make you untouchable. Because when your actions match your values, you become dangerous. Not to other people, to your own weakness. Stoic practice for Rule 10. Write down 3 values. Keep them simple. Discipline, respect, truth. Then write 1 action that proves each value today, not tomorrow. Today, even if it is small. Then do it, and when you do, you stop living in your head. You start living as the person you claim to be. Now you have the 10 rules. Not fluffy motivation, not a temporary high. A blueprint, a hard blueprint. The kind that breaks illusions and builds character. If you apply these rules, really apply them, you stop living like a victim. You stop being pulled by every mood, every distraction, every setback. You start living like a Stoic. Not emotionless, emotionally unshakable. Not perfect, aligned, not always loud. Unmistakably powerful. And remember, this path is not easy. It is not meant to be easy. It is the only path that leads to self-respect, clarity, and inner freedom. So now, it is your move. Do not let this be another wave of motivation that fades tomorrow. Choose one rule, apply it today, then apply it again tomorrow. Fix your mind, fix your life. The Stoics left the blueprint. Now you build the structure. And here is the final request. If you are committing to this path, comment the one rule you will live by starting today. And if you want more ancient truth turned into modern strength, subscribe to Stoic Ocean. This is your training ground. I will see you in the next one.